Good afternoon, my dear students. Hope you all are fine there and staying safe, everyone. So today, once again, we are meeting each other with one of the topic related to grade 6 social studies. If you have remembered the students, before the last week, we have learned about our community and society, as well as we also developed and explored some of the concepts regarding the origination and formation of the societies. Similarly, in the same way and taking the hints of the same unit, we are going to one more topic today, that is our rural municipality. And then after, today children, we are going to do the different activities related to the same topic. Do you want to know what activities are we going to do, or what are we going to explore today in the topic? Okay, dear children, in the beginning of our session, we are just going for analyzing the topic. Analyzing the topic in a sense that we are going to introduce it to ourselves. And then after, we will be going for finding the keywords which will be commonly used in our discussion today. Beside that, even we will be going for finding the different local bodies that would be working under rural municipality, or the three different bodies of rural municipalities we are going to explore. Beside that, we also will go for finding the functions of those all the bodies. Beside that, we also will find the composition of those all the bodies, how they are composed, who are the members of those three bodies. That we will try to find out, and at the end of the session, we will also try to explore what are the different qualitative means, or what are the different categories and criteria to get those all the members in those different bodies. That also we will try to explore in today's session. So, with no any delay, firstly, we will just try to explore the knowledge about what rural municipality means. If you have known, or if you have gone through some previous years, you just used to listen about VDC, Village Development Committee. And now we are exploring on rural municipality, the changed form after the reformation of the state. The changed form of VDC has been to the rural municipality. It's one of the local bodies under which administrative functions can be conducted. There are altogether 460 rural municipalities in our country in the current state. Beside that, this is also the administrative unit which works under the local bodies or local administration. And do you know children, we are getting the rural municipality along with more than 5 to 21 different words. Previously, you used to listen that VDC used to contain not more than 9 words, but now in rural municipality, we just get almost 5 to 21 words in each municipality. That is the compiled form of the different villages or different rural areas. So dear children, now let us go to some of the keywords, some of the words under the vocabulary sections. We are going to practice this one today, and this will help you to understand today's topic easily for our furthermore discussions. So now dear children, you just see here the first keyword we have in the first number, that is ballot. This ballot is generally used at the time of election, which is also called vote. In the election, you have heard about voting to the different candidates, casting the vote to the different members, those who have been qualified from the first attempt, to be sure after the election that they will be the member of this rural municipality or any other administrative areas or units. So that is what we call vote. Ballot means vote. The next one here is, it's very commonly used in other different sectors too. It's composed. The word composed came from the noun composition. Composed means to form. We are going to learn about the different types of composition of rural municipality and its three bodies today. So that is what we call formed. The next one is their electoral roll. This is the list of people entitled to vote. If I belong to certain areas of the rural municipality, I would be in the voter list of that areas in terms of casting the votes in election. So that is what we call electoral roll. That is the serial order list of the people, those who can vote the different members in the election. It's not only in terms of rural municipality, or in case if there is election going on for the different units also, we can go for it. Similarly, the next one is there just before I have taken the word or I have expressed the word ward. There are altogether 5 to 21 wards in the rural municipality, that is ward. And what ward actually means is an administrative division of a city or village. It is not only used for the combination of rural municipality, but it also can be used. The same words also can be used for the administrative division of the city as well. So remember children, if you want to write about these all the keywords, you can jot down very hurriedly. Now beside that, we also have to go for the different three bodies of rural municipality. Do you want to listen? Okay, you please check out in the slide. Rural municipality consists of three different bodies. The first one is Rural Municipal Executive, and the next one is Rural Municipal Assembly, and the next one is Judicial Committee. Going towards the function of Rural Municipal Executive, we do get the first and foremost function, that is to control, to regulate and to maintain the general directives for continuing the day-to-day administration of rural municipality. It is the executive body. It inspects whether the works are going well or not. Beside other two bodies, this executes, this checks, and this inspect whether all the things, all the works are going smoothly in the rural municipality or not. So that is what we have got the name Rural Municipal Executive. You can see in the slide as well, Rural Municipal Executive exercises executive power, and then after that it also gives the general directives, controls and regulates the administration of the rural municipality. That is what the function of Rural Municipal Executive. Now going towards the second body under the rural municipality, that is Rural Municipal Assembly. It's the general body which works for the day-to-day administration. Like you might have heard, children, that going towards the rural municipality for getting the birth certificate, or going towards the same rural municipality for finding the relationship certificate of our father and us, of our mother and us, or sometimes if the people get married, then to get the marriage certificate also they have to reach there. That is the common work which would be going regularly. That is the common services provided to the different people related to the same municipality. So that has been conducted by the Rural Municipal Assembly. So you can see in the slide as well, Rural Municipal Assembly exercises legislative power. It also makes laws for the concerned rural municipality. That is also the work. But sometimes those works also can be divided like the previously which I have expressed to you. Those works will also be provided to the different smaller units through the rural municipality and its assembly. So these are the things which we could get from the Rural Municipal Assembly. Beside that, children, another one more unit we have to go through today under rural municipality, that is Judicial Committee. By its name, we can easily find out Judicial Committee is for trying to settle down the disputes occurred in the rural municipality. If there is a fight or if there is a contradiction occurred in the municipality, then to try to settle down the disputes or fights or contradiction would be possible if there are judicial members in the Judicial Committee. So you can see also in the slide, Judicial Committee exercises power to settle disputes under their jurisdiction. So there will be juries, there will be different members under the Judicial Committee, and they try to settle down the things, the difficulties or the misunderstanding. Now dear children, if you are ready for the next phase, we also have to go for how those all the bodies are composed. Please remember the meaning of composed. It is formed. How they are composed, how many members are there, and how those members have been there as the different officials. So let us find out at first regarding the Rural Municipal Executive. You can see in the slide, babies, the first one. The head of the Rural Municipal Executive would be the chairperson. Beside that, vice chairperson also will be there, and after that, the general members will be the ward chairperson from each wards. Like remember children, we have heard about 5 to 21 wards in the rural municipality. So those all the wards consist of one chairperson. Those are called ward chairperson, and they all will be the general members of the executive committee of rural municipality. Beside that children, there also will be 4 women members. Women also will be prioritized in that unit or in that committee as the member. So 4 members who will be women elected by the Rural Municipal Assembly. Please check it yourself in the slide as well. Municipal Assembly will be electing those 4 women members, or among themselves also they can choose. And beside that, the another members will be 2 members elected by Rural Municipal Assembly from minority communities. So that is the members composed in rural municipal executive. Now let us go to the next slide, that is related to the composition of the different members of rural municipal assembly. In rural municipal assembly two different heads will be there. The first and topmost apex official will be there, that is chairperson of rural municipal executive. The same body came there, and the next one is vice chairperson of rural executive will also be there as the head. Beside that, we also could get other general members in the rural municipal assembly. They are, the first one is ward chairperson from the different wards. The next one is 4 members elected from each ward. 4 members in rural municipal executive, you might have got 4 women member elected by the rural municipal assembly, but in rural municipal assembly itself there will be 4 different members, and they are not necessarily to be the women. The first one is 2 members out of them will be elected openly. The next one is there, one is women, and the next one more will be from the minority communities. So 4 members will be there after the ward chairperson, who are counted as the general members in the composition or organizational structure of rural municipal assembly. And beside that, we also get 2 members of the rural municipal executive elected by the rural municipal assembly from minority communities. You can get it in the slide 2 as well, babies. So these are the different members elected or different members composed in rural municipal assembly. Beside that, children, we also have to go for judicial committee. Judicial committee doesn't consist of that much of members like that of rural municipal executive and rural municipal assembly, but beside that we could get some members in judicial committee in order to settle down the disputes occurred in the rural municipality. So if you want to know the children, the first one is coordinator. Judicial committee consists of the head coordinator, which would be the vice chairperson of rural municipal executive. Chairperson of rural executive and rural municipal assembly will be same, but in case of judicial committee, we also could get the coordinator, which coordinates the different plans and policies to find out, to resolve the conflict or to resolve the contradiction and disputes. There will be vice chairperson of rural municipal executive. And beside that, other 2 members also will be there in judicial committee. You can check it out in the slide as well, elected by the members of rural municipal assembly from among themselves. So these are the different composition of judicial committee, rural municipal executive and rural municipal assembly. Beside that, children, we also might have thought how they can be the members of those different units. So children, I just want to expose here. You can listen it carefully. These all the members have been elected or is being elected through the election. Election can be done by the state itself, federation itself, and then after they can be elected by the voters according to the electoral roll of the concerned areas. But beside that, children, they also have to pass the first and initial qualification to be the candidates for the election. they should have the fair image at first. They should be believed and trusted by each and everyone, and the initial phase of selection, after the completion of that only, they can be elected, they can be made the members in these different units. But only the people, the concerned people from the concerned areas have their hand to elect, or whether to be selected or to be disqualified. So these are the different criterias, and going towards the qualification or the things which they should bear before the election or to be elected as the members or chairperson, vice chairperson, or the different members for these different bodies, they have to get some kinds of qualification. If you want to listen that, please get ready to have their attention in the slide. The first qualification of all the official is being the citizen of Nepal. They have to be the citizen of Nepal. They should have the citizenship of the country to be the part of these rural municipality and their body. The next one is having completed the age of 21. Remember children, if they have to vote, if they have to be in the electoral roll, they must pass the age of 18 so that they can be in the voters list. But beside that children, if we have to be the candidates of as the different members of those all the bodies or in any of the administrative unit of the country, we must pass the age of 21. The next qualification we have to get there is being a voter whose name is included in the electoral rolls of the concerned rural municipality. Even they also have to be in the list of the voters. They also have to be included as the citizen of that concerned area to be the members of the different bodies or to be the candidates in the election. The next one is there babies. Its fourth qualification, not being disqualified by any law. They should have fair image. I also have expressed it earlier. They should not have that kind of blurred image among the people in the society, and they should not have any kinds of disputes earlier before the election, or they should not have been engaged or involved in any legal issues, so that they can be one of the candidates for the election and they can be elected. Beside that children, after the election, after their selection, when the members are composed in those three different bodies, they will have the tenure of 5 years. Almost for 5 years they have to work for the continuation of smooth administration. They have to maintain peace and harmony in their concerned area where they belong to, and they also should fairly work for the development of that areas so that they can manage themselves and they can continue their tenure later, when after completing 5 years also they can be selected for the election. So this much for today children, and now at last I just want to give you one assignment. If you are ready to get the assignment, then please remember children, I have showed you the different composition of rural municipal executive and rural municipal assembly. So out of that children, you just have to make a organizational structure, organizational chart of those all the members who could be the part of rural municipal executive and rural municipal assembly. Hope the children you enjoyed today's class, and The next time, once again, we'll be coming with another different topic, and stay safe, stay healthy. Have a nice day.